Amuza is proud to present Pizza, a game of culinary skill and talent for 2 to 4 pizzaiolos. In Pizza, players will top slices of pizza with yummy ingredients to meet the customer's demands. Doing so often and in a timely manner will earn you points. At the end of the game, the player with the most points wins. To start, set up the game as described in the rulebook. The game consists of 6 rounds as indicated by the round marker. Each round begins with the cooking phase. The start player rolls all 4 dice and places them from low to high on the coloured die locations of the main game board. The colour underneath each die corresponds to card spots on each player's player board. Players will then simultaneously perform their actions. First, you draw up to 3 ingredient cards. Then you choose 1 card to place on any empty colour card location on your player board. Referencing the colour of the card location you just covered, you check the number on the matching die. The number showing on that die indicates how many spaces you will now move your pizza disc clockwise around your pizza. Players do not remove the die, and all players may use the same die at the same time. When your pizza disc encounters or starts on an arrow, move it 1 zone closer to the center of the next slice as you continue to count. When your disc encounters the double arrow, it will move back to the outer zone to continue its clockwise movement. Once the pizza disc has moved the number of spaces on the die, place an ingredient token on the same space as your pizza disc. The ingredient token placed must match with the card you played for the movement. If it is one of the ingredients lying next to that card on your player board, you will place this token, as clearing these can yield points at the end of the game. Otherwise, you place a token of that ingredient from the general supply. If you finish your movement on a slice that was already served, you have the option to make new dough and flip the slice in exchange for 6 points, or you may choose not to top with a token this turn. Players will then take their simultaneous actions 2 more times, starting with drawing up to 3 ingredient cards. The cooking phase ends when each player has finished all actions associated with 3 cards. The second phase of each round is the serving phase. Starting with the start player and taking turns clockwise around the table, each player may serve 1 or more customers or pass. If you wish to serve a customer, first check to see if any of your slices have exactly the same ingredient combination that customer desires. If so, slide this character card slightly away from the game board. You then score the points shown on the bottom of that customer card. If you have at least 1 ingredient token in the outer zone, you score 2 additional points. If you have at least 1 ingredient token in the middle zone, you score 1 additional point. Then you put all the ingredient tokens from the served pizza slice back into the general supply. Lastly, you flip the served slice from the dough to the eaten side. Multiple players may serve the same customer, and players may serve more than 1 customer each round. Once all players have passed, all hungry customer cards that were slid away from the game board are flipped to their less hungry side. In future rounds, when players serve these customers, they will receive fewer points. They will never be flipped back to their hungrier side. To end the round, players may set aside the 1 undrawn ingredient card from their deck as to start the next round with it in hand. They then shuffle the other 5 cards to form their new draw deck. The starting player advances the round marker 1 step and a new round begins. After 6 rounds, players get points from tokens on unserved pizza slices as depicted on the slices. They receive more points for having emptied their player board ingredient slots. The players with the most points wins the game.